in terms of the change in the reservation matrix and its impact on BJP's chances, in these elections, do you think that master stroke, if I might to call it, is helping mitigate the anti-incumbency factor for the BJP in Karnataka?
I think that is one of the reason the BJP tried to introduce this caste, reservation system. See, one thing we need to understand here is Panchamsalis have been intensified their protests since 2020, especially when Yediyurappa came back to power in 2019. But despite several, assurances, there were no on ground any improvement or any promise or fulfillment of promises. But later, when Bommai took over, he had promised them increase in reservation. And in last year, December, Bommai tested waters by giving them 2C and 2D. 2C for Vakkaligas and 2D for Lingayats. And without changing the reservation matrix. So the BJP thought that, okay, if you give it, if you bring into the OBC and bring into the category 2, they might leave with the protest and at least until the elections are over. But that was not the scene. Panchamsali Sir Jayam Mrutyunjay Swamiji started his protest in January and even wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi saying that we don't have confidence in either BS Yediyurappa or Basavaraj Bommai and sought his intervention. And according to the BJP Vijaypura MLA, who is also a Panchamsali leader, he said that Amit Shah held 2 rounds of meetings with him. So was JP Nadda, and after 15 days or so of meeting, finally this arrangement had took place where 2B reservation of Muslims of 4% was taken away and was divided between Vakkaligas and Panchamasalis. So Panchamsali and Lingayats are traditional voters of the BJP, and it was important for the BJP to keep them happy, and they did not want to upset them when they needed them the most. So I think this will help them in upcoming elections. But it will be interesting to see how they try and convince people, send a message that it's a boon for them and not a bane.
Right. The convincing people is a very important part, isn't it, Sudha, that Mahesh is talking about. What is changed is good for the people because it is yet to play out. It is a proposal that has been put out by the BJP, and they have to now convince people that that's the best solution available for the state.
One thing is that the Lingayat, I beg your pardon, Lingayat religious leaders, the Mutts, play a very, very important role in Karnataka. We've seen lots of leaders going there and paying their respects. Also, Rahul Gandhi also, at one point went and, spoke to one of the Mutt leaders. Now, the point is that people may think that Bommai is doing this as cosmetic surgery, as a last-minute ditch effort to kind of see that he can get these two communities on his side. But the point is that, make no mistake, because I think the Panchamashali as well as the Lingayat, the community as a whole, they've said it time and time again that this is not enough. And they have no, I would like to say that, at least they would have had more faith in and the belief in Yediyurappa than Bommai. Bommai is somebody they always thought was a poor kind of replacement for BSY. So as of now, I don't think that it is going to make a major difference. Another thing which, one of our guests made a very, very relevant point is you give reservation. How do you take it back? How do you explain it? Because Krishna, it is not just the Banjaras, but we have seen for the past 2 years since Bommai took over, the Maharashtrians, the Reddys, the Anglo-Indians, everyone has been protesting in Karnataka. So this is a very dangerous game that Mr. Basavaraj Bommai has waded into.